The first thing is that you have to know how to evaluate a 2 by 2 determinant. So we have to know how to evaluate a 2 by 2 determinant. And that's what we're going to do now. So we want to evaluate this determinant and solve for x. We have been given the value of the determinant. So it is 47. But the question is solve for x. And we cannot use our calculator to solve for x. So you have to know how to evaluate the determinant before you solve. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to, and then I will pick up a pen. And the first thing I want to do is evaluate the 2 by 2 determinant. Multiply 4 by 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Minus, multiply 7 by x. I have 7x is equal to the solution of the determinant as given to me, 47. Okay, so the question is solve for x. Solve for x. So the first thing I have to do is, first of all, evaluate the determinant and solve for x. And by the way, you are not allowed to use your calculator to do this. You have to do it without calculator, because your calculator will not be able to identify the value of x for you. So minus 12 on both sides, because I'm solving for x. So I want to isolate x on the left-hand side. So minus 12 on both sides. So just, and now I have negative 7x is equal to 35. So I will have negative 7x equal to 35. I'm going to continue writing it here. So negative 7x is equal to 35. All right, the next one is isolate x, because I am told to solve for x. I am told to solve for x. So divide both sides by negative 7. Divide both sides by negative 7. And now I have x is equal to, when I divide negative 7 by negative 7, I have positive x. If I divide 35 by negative 7, I have negative 5. Therefore, x is equal to negative 5. So this is the value of x. Well, I can check my answer. I can go back and check my answer and see if, is it true? Is the value of x as negative 5 true? I'm going to check my answer. So let me go ahead and check my answer, and to see if the value of x can be negative 5. So I'm going to make another. So now I have 4. I know the value of x this time. I can put negative 5 here. And then I have 7. And I have 3. Well, the question is my answer equal to 47? So I should be able to answer this question now. Is my answer that I calculated, is my answer equal to 47? Okay, so 4 times 3 is 12. Minus 7 times minus 5, because it has to be negative. So 7 times 5 is 35, but I have minus in there. So this is 35. So I do have 12 plus 35, which is equal to 47. Therefore, my answer checks. So you can actually, know if you are correct, even from even before you turn in your paper, you want to make sure that you are correct. Even before you turn in your paper, you want to make sure that you're correct. So this question is an equation involving the determinant of a matrix. So you, before you start solving this equation, you must know how to evaluate the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. So I just showed how to evaluate the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. All right, so I'm going to clean this one and arrow down. So let me see if there's any question, by the way. Is there any question? Is there any question? If you do have any question, you can, if you don't have any question, you can put it in the comment. Put your question in the comment. If you do have any question, put your question in the comments. And welcome to the Learning Lab community. Welcome to the Learning Lab community. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming. All right, so now we are going to find another. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to clean all this so that you can see the original question. So I'm going to clean so you will see the original question. So the original question said, solve for x. And they did not tell you that the equation contains a matrix. So you should be able to figure out that this is a matrix equation. And you want to review your matrix. So this is algebra review before a test. Just in case you're not able to join the algebra review live stream, you can. I'm going to save this so you can still watch the live stream. You can still watch the live stream. Let me make sure. Let me make sure that I saved the live stream so that when you come back from wherever you are, you will be able to watch the live stream. Okay. So let's make sure that you can watch the live stream when you come back. Okay. All right. So I want to make sure that I'm saving it. All right. So we have it here. All right. So any question? I'm going to pull up another matrix equation. I am going to pull up another matrix equation. All right, so let's go and find another matrix equation. What we want to do is make sure that, all right, so this is another matrix equation. And this is another equation that says solve for x. And it didn't tell you that it is a matrix. So you must know how to solve a 3 by 3 matrix before you can solve this equation. So this is a 3 by 3. This is a matrix, 3 by 3 matrix. We call it square matrix also. But the fact is that we are allowed to use a TI-84 to solve this problem, to evaluate a matrix, but your TI-84 or TI-83 may not be able to evaluate this matrix for you. Why? Because it contains a variable. This matrix contains a variable, so your TI-84 or TI-83 may not be able to evaluate it for you. So what we can do is do it by hand. There are several methods. So method one, I am going to start with method one. So I'm going to use method one. So method one. We need to write. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is create the matrix of signs. Create a 3 by 3 matrix of signs. Okay, I'm going to write matrix of signs here. And then what do I mean? Signs means the first one is plus, the second one is negative, third one is plus. The second line, second row, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. All right, so I want to use the first row. So I want to get the first row to solve this matrix. So I want to start from X. I can start from anywhere, but I want to start from this column, column X, and row. This is first column and third column. So the intercept gave me, let me see if I can get, let's see, I need to get another color. Let me get a red color. So I want to get, so now that I have intersected X, the ones that I did not cross are the 2 by 2 matrix that I will use to evaluate this, determinant. So I have X multiplied by my 2 by 2 matrix, and this 2 by 2 matrix is this. So I'm going to have 4, 2, minus 3, 6. And I'm going to evaluate this. And I have 4 times 6. By the way, for now, I will not evaluate it. Now, this X is positive because the sign, the matrix of sign is positive. So the next one I'm going to look at is the second number in row 1. So the second number in row 1 is 3. And the matrix of sign says it should be negative. So negative 3. Then I will collect my 2 by 2 matrix. So how do I collect my 2 by 2 matrix? Okay, so I'm going to clean. So let me clean up a little bit. So okay, so I need to collect my 2 by 2 matrix. Go back. All right, so negative 3. So now I want to draw a line on 3. This is the one I'm trying to evaluate, and draw a line here. And actually, is 4 to negative 6, 9. Okay. I will have 4, 2, 6, and 9. Okay. The third sign says plus, so I'm going to write it here. Plus. And I am using number 3. I'm going to use number 3. And it doesn't really matter that I started from here. I can start from 3. I can start from X, because X is still plus here. Okay, so either way, whether I start from x, I still have the same signs. So I have plus 3, this is 3, plus 3. And then I want to get the 2 by 2 matrix that I will evaluate. You see, after canceling the row and the column, let me click a little. I don't know why it's trying to run away from me. Okay, color that way. Let me change color. Okay, so when I draw a line here, the remainder in that line, I cross 3 out, is negative, that's the minor, negative 3, negative 6, and 6, 9. Well, remember that the value of this determinant is given to me as equal to 3. It's equal to 3. The value of the determinant is given to me is equal to 3. So I have found out all the things I need to evaluate this 3 by 3 matrix. So I'm going to bring down. So I am going to bring down. And by the way, I don't need this matrix of signs now. So I can actually clean it now. That way I will have some space. So I can clean the matrix of signs because I have finished using it. I'll take it away. All right, so now I want to evaluate the matrix. So I'm going to pull this up a little bit. Okay, so now I have, in the first matrix, I have 2 by 2 matrix, I have x. So let me make sure I got the pen that I need. So I have x, parentheses, because I'm evaluating this determinant. 4 times 6 is 24, minus 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. That's for the first one. Then minus 3, evaluate the 2 by 2 determinant there. In parentheses, 4 times 9 is 36. 36 minus 2, and I'm going to finish here. Okay, so then the last one is 3. Last one is 3 multiply. I got negative, see this is 3 here, so 3 parentheses, evaluate this determinant. Negative 3 multiply 9 is negative 27, minus minus 36. So now I am going to collect like terms. I need to move up a little bit. So I'm going to collect like terms. Collecting like terms. Okay, so the first one is 26 minus minus 6 is 30. So I'm going to write 30x here. So I just evaluated this one. 26 minus minus 6 is 30x. Then I have minus right here. So minus is actually 48 times 3. So 48 times 3 should give me 144. 144. All right. And then the last one is plus. And let's make sure we see that 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, so the last one is 3 multiply. Now we have negative 7 minus 36. Minus 36 is plus 36. Plus 36 minus 27 is 9. So we have plus 9 here. Remember, the determinant of this matrix is 3. So we write equal to 3. Now we can solve for x. So before we can actually solve for x, we need to know how to evaluate a 3 by 3 determinant. We need to know how to evaluate the 3 by 3 determinant. All right, so I'm going to clean this so that I can finish up here. So the next thing now is to solve for x. We couldn't solve for x before because we had to do the first things first. All right, so collecting like terms, I want to collect all the constants to the right hand side. And by the way, 144 plus 9, so I can just put all of them on the right hand side. So I can just say 30. So I have 30x. Move all the constants to the right. So I have 3 minus 9 because 9 is positive plus 144. 144. And then we can simplify that. So we can just simplify that and see what it is. You can use your calculator if you have a calculator. So I have 144 minus 9 plus 3, and I have 138. So 144, actually 3 plus, let's make sure we do that again. Okay, 144 minus 9, then plus 3. Okay, so we have 30x is equal to 138. And divide both sides by 30. So that we are now going to have x is equal to 138 over, find the final value of x. Do you have any question? Do you have any question? Any question? Well, thank you so much, Clement. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so if you have any questions, you can ask. And the next thing we are doing now is I'm going to be asking if anybody has any questions. What do you think about the Learning Lab membership? And we have already voted on our membership. So thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Isaac Clement, Lerit Moff. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so we talked about matrices and we talked about solving equations containing matrices. Solving equations containing a matrix. And then the next, we can solve a system of equation. Okay, let's get something else. Find the determinant. Look at this one, says find the determinant without calculator. So we're going to find the determinant of this matrix without calculator. So let's do that. Find the determinant of this without calculator. So the first thing I want to do is put in the matrix of signs. Find the matrix of signs. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to start plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. So first of all, write the matrix of signs. If you're just joining, this is algebra review for those who are going to be taking a test in college algebra. This is algebra review for finding the determinants of a matrix. Okay, and now I have just written the matrix of signs. Okay, so the next one is choose which row and column do I want to. I actually want to use row 1 and column 1. So I'm going to use row 1, column 1, which means I will have 2 multiply a 2 by 2 matrix. And then I will also have this. If what I'm going to use 3 is going to be negative 3 multiplied by a 2 by 2 matrix, and then multiply by 2, and then a 2 by 2 matrix again. So the first 2 by 2 matrix is 7, 3, 9, 5. So let me get another color. I'll get another color. So the first 2 by 2 matrix is 7, 3, 7. So I'm going to write 7 there. This is 7. 7, 3, 9, 5. And how did I get this? See, the intersection of 2, everything I did not cancel is the minor for 2. Okay, now for negative 3, I will have to get this is 3 here, and I will cancel. Therefore, the side, the 2 by 2 matrix for 3 will be 3, 3, 5. So 3, 3, 5, 5. Okay, so now I want to get the matrix for this 2 here. All right, I think I have to bring it down. So 2, I'm going to get the 2 by 2 matrix for this. And then I'm looking for the determinant. So I want to evaluate this using minus. I'm using matrix of minus to find determinant. Okay, so how do I get the 2 by 2 matrix for this 2 here? So let me see if I can clean up, clean up. So I'm trying to clean up so I can get, well, if it's not cleaning up, I can just get it anyway. So this is 2 here, and I have vertical arrow, horizontal arrow. So the members of this matrix are 3, 7, 5, 9. Why? Because they are the remainders after I do the vertical cancellation and horizontal cancellation. That's how I got the okay, now it is time to evaluate the determinant. Before I can evaluate the determinant, I must know how to evaluate the 2 by 2 matrix. So I am done using the signs, so I'm going to clean it. Not the only method. There are other methods you can use, but I like using this method because it's easier and clearer to me, and students understand this better. So I want to evaluate this 2 by 2 matrix. I am going to start from here. So in this matrix, I will have 2. So I have 2. All right. All right. Okay, I think I'm having a technical issue here, but I know it's going to clear very soon. Okay, I'm going to start over here. So I have 2 multiply. Technical issue. Just give me some time. I know it's going to clear very soon. Technical issue. It's going to clear very soon. So 2. All right. Now use parentheses. This is supposed to be 2. Parentheses. 7 times 5 is 35. 35. Seven. This is 35. All right. Okay, then I want to evaluate the second 2 by 2 matrix. So that is -3, parentheses, 3 times 5 is 15. And that is 3 times 5 again. So 15 minus 15 will give me 0 here. 15 minus 15 will give us 0. And then the next one is 3 times 9. There is 2 outside. So 3 times 9 is 27. 27 minus 37, actually minus 35. So we have 2 multiply times 7, 27 minus 35. Okay, so 35 minus 27 is 2. So let's collect like terms, find the value of the 3 by 3 matrix. So we are evaluating 3 by 3 matrix without calculator. When we finish, we shall actually evaluate it with calculator and see. We will see how answer differ. If we did it right, it should be the same. If we do it right, it should be the same. Okay, so collecting together, I have 2. Collecting like terms together, I have 2. The parentheses will be 35 minus 27, and that is 8, minus 3 times 0 here is 0, minus, I have 27 minus 35. 27 minus 35 is -8, and -8 multiplied. So this is -8 here. -8 multiplied by 2 is -16. So 16 is this matrix is 0. Of this matrix is 0. And if you are solving an equation, maybe whenever the determinant is 0, suppose the equation and the determinant is 0, then you really don't have to keep solving that equation. Actually, we will put it in a calculator and see. First of all, we need to check all the things we did and see if we made any mistake before we put it in our calculator. So we have 2 here.